Hello. This is Thrillseeker Haven, and um, I'm excited to share today's movement with you all. So let's drop in and see what the universe wants us to hear today. So I have some cards pulled, and the first thing that came out was the Ace of Pentacles. So I feel like something is grounding into reality, some kind of new idea, or it could be anything, but to me it's just something grounding in reality. And coming out with it was the Ace of Swords. So I would say they're quite aware and they're quite curious and excited, huh? And then the Wheel of Fortune. So with the Wheel of Fortune kind of behind her, it's like she's well aware that things are turning, and I think a lot of us can feel it in the air um, for a while now. And the other thing that really stood out to me is the swords here. It almost looks like she is this blue sphinx on top of the wheel, the way she's holding the sword. But the sphinx is more staying centered, and she's kind of like, her mind is up there with the birds. And so clarifying the Ace of Pentacles and this Page of Swords, let's see, is this Dark Angel. And the Dark Angel for me is having gone through a lot of dark nights of the soul. And he's hugging himself. It's kind of, he's holding himself. Just, I don't know, it's almost like he's saying don't overthink it, because that can put you in a dark place. And to just be within yourself, because the next card that came out with these two, clarifying the Wheel of Fortune and this, was hold your center. And so that's kind of what I was saying about the blue sphinx compared to the Page of Swords, who's looking, kind of projecting and being real curious and kind of getting uncentered, because they're stretching their perspective or lens out somewhere else. So I'll just show you guys these again if you'd like, if I can do it. We have the Ace of Pentacles, the Page, Wheel of Fortune, like so. And then underneath we had, in the other way, oh, it was this way, the Dark Knight, dang, and the center, hold your center. This Page of Swords for me has always been a lot, like, it's curious, but it also can be a lot of projection. And one thing I would just say about that is try to have, and this isn't just this isn't like a suggestion or even a teaching or anything, it's just what I'm seeing in the energy, but it's saying to like simmer down and just go with the flow, because the third deck that came out, and I do these randomly, so I don't choose the decks, but is a deck I made. It's an exercise deck, but it's called Flow State. So that being the crowning deck of the reading, kind of just, and the whole thing of, instead of thinking so much, like, just stay in your center, hold your center with the Wheel of Fortune. I mean, that literally feels like a center. This could be her center if she would just focus within and not so much without. But this is supposed to be a universal reading, so maybe that's something that the entire collective of everything is going through to some degree. Maybe that's just kind of our nature, but I regress. The Flow State deck gave chakra movement. And this deck, when it comes out, it always surprises me because it just doesn't seem like it'll fit, and it always ends up fitting. Underneath there was two. I usually only take one card here, but there was two cards. It was stuck outdoor cycling. So if anyone feels called to go outdoor cycling, I only have that because I also have indoor cycling. But chakra movement also could be cycling. The Wheel of Fortune is kind of a cycle. Chakra movement, cycle, it could just be movement. But we're about to see. So anyways, we have that at the bottom. Also, on the bottom of this deck, we had the Eight of Swords, being trapped in your head, thinking too much, which is kind of what this was saying to me, is like you thinking too much or projecting, being very insistent about what you're manifesting, and it can kind of put you in like a dark, I want to say kind of like a dark night of the soul, but it's more than that, it's more like this, which is kind of like a dark night where you're kind of trapped, but he's come out of it. He's like, screw those bindings, he's fine. Which kind of reminds me of another interpretation that I don't see very often, but when you're really faithful, and there's swords falling from the sky, none of them hit you, and they're just like all right around you, and that's just like pure faith. I don't know why that came out. On the second deck, the Merkaba spiritual protection was on the bottom. I didn't read into this one too much, but I could look into the book just for a moment. That's from the Lightworkers Oracle deck. Just read like a little bit here. But I think it's basically saying you're protected, so allow yourself to move. Allow yourself to move with the cycle. Maybe it's an outdoor cycle. Because on the bottom of this other deck was yard work, so outdoor stuff again. So that just seemed like a lot of outdoor stuff to me. And also biking came up again underneath this yard work. We have RPM cycling, which is a faster type of cycling for less meals. But again, that's the same biking, cycling. So we're going through a cycle. We're going through a cycle of like a chakra cycle. And I was thinking about it the other day, is that how everything is a mirror kind of pretty much of everything. And so if we have chakras and the planet has chakras, and I was thinking, I always like to think bigger than what could be bigger. Why not think bigger? I always like to, like, what's next? And so chakras of the universe. And so maybe we're going through some kind of cycle, chakra cycle of the universe. But the Merkaba thing, it's being open to receive is a way to gain empowerment, strength, and all manner of assistance. We'll leave that one there if it's protection. But maybe part of this Wheel of Fortune and holding your center with some movement is part of a receiving too. And to know that you're protected and what you're receiving is protected. And have faith that you know that, like, even the unseen swords can't hit you. And I think that's incredible to me, because some of the things that I follow, especially when it comes to like black magic and all that stuff, is I just simply don't believe that they can affect me, because it's not my energy, and I stand like so firmly in that truth, and that's it. And that doesn't mean I do energetic hygiene. I mean, I have a candle burning right here. I have a bell. I do energetic hygiene. But I don't believe in all that all the unseen swords, they don't hit me. That's pretty much what I'm saying with that. And underneath that was strength. So strength may be in that belief. That's just my own thing. But with that said, I'm not going to go too much more into the reading. I want to see what unfolds, and I don't want this to be too long. So I'm gonna put on like a little tone thing and some art and stuff that I created, and we're gonna move some energy. We're gonna do some energy work. So I invite you all to join, and I'm gonna go ahead and switch this over and see how we do. This is a light tone, so if you have any sound sensitivity or anything, turn the volume down. It is very light, but we'll see how it goes. All right. So we're just tapping into the energy here, and the chakra gif I made there is it seems to be right above the world, a planet, our center. Oh, I feel like we're helping to align universal chakras, and therefore every other chakra system within, down to the smallest particles. I'm doing a little bit of SRT here in the background and some Reiki and intention work. And we're grounding this image as well as this chakra gif into the collective. Maybe this is the Ace of Pentacles that we're receiving now as we bring all chakras into alignment. We have memories. Memories. It seems like memories, the master key. Maybe the master key to all our memories. The more we let go of our thoughts, our memories, our beliefs, and just accept what's here already, I think that is a master key to release and to just allow yourself to be you. Allow yourself to be yourself. Let's see what else we got here. We have some positive words. Probably, oh, this is one of my favorites. We're going to be grounding some of these energies into the collective of the all, into the collective of the universe. First thing we have is abundance. Yes, let's bring more abundance. Not that we're in any lack, and some joy. May we experience more joy and abundance. An abundance of joy. Just breathe that in. Feel it as deeply as you can. And if anything comes up contrary to abundant joy, laughter, raindrops on little kids' faces. I don't know. Splashes out of puddles. If there's anything that comes up to the contrary, just allow it. Let it flow through you. Let your body be the flow state. Let any emotion that comes up, anything that gives you that doubt, that fear, that the dark angel here is protecting you from, just let it move through you. No reason to hold on or push back. Unless you want. That's okay too. There's nothing wrong or right. We're also going to bring in some delight. Oh, that feels good. Delight. Delightful joy. An abundance of delightful joy. I'm grounding that into the collective now. Opening up a little more. A spiritual kick for everybody. And allow the image of the chakra to help bring you into your center. To help align all of your chakras with your highest true self and for the highest good. This is all for the highest good. But the more we align ourselves, our intentions, it's not even so much about the chakras unless you're really into that. Every modality is fine. But focus on what excites you. And the more that we do align with who we are, the more the things around us align, and it ripples out to the planet and then to the universe. And so today we're doing this for the universe as well as for ourselves. So we're getting a ripple effect from any which way that we direct our energy. Got abundance, more abundance. Chakra movement. An abundance of chakra movement is what I just heard. We're cycling, clearing, perhaps. I haven't got that, but it's an abundance. So going with the flow. We're in the flow state. Let's bring us into the flow state a little deeper. Knowing that we are always loved. We are always protected. Is there anything else here that would like to be grounded? Wholeness. Yes. There is nothing separate. Everything is one. Everything is here and now. Everything is whole. You are whole. The universe is whole. The universe is whole with you in it. Because it could not be whole without one piece. It would no longer be whole. So wholeness. Let's bring in the fullness of who we are. The wholeness of who we are. The wholeness of what the universe is. And just breathe that in. And again, if anything arises from any of this, just allow it. Just allow it to flow. Feel, allow, and let it go. Anything else? Serenity. to wrap this up, let's focus for now on the chakras all together. We have protection coming up as I say that. And we're going to uplift the consciousness of all these chakras as we focus on them. Right. Oh, so we have the earth root chakra, the root chakra, the sacral, the solar plexus, the heart chakra, the throat chakra, the third eye chakra, the crown chakra, and the soul star chakra. We're bringing them all into alignment for the highest good on a universal level. With cycling, allowing them to cycle as they truly are, allowing them to be as they truly are without us intervening. We are only here to assist for the highest good. Universal chakras, earth chakras. Anybody who's open to this healing, may their chakras also be uplifted. And I invite all healers to join in this so that we can uplift each other, so we can elevate the collective. Allow yourself to feel as though you are the person in the image. They have the perfect alignment already going within in their system. And even if they don't feel like it, the blueprint is there. The truth is there. The truth of our inner blueprint, our Creator's design before thought. All of that is coming into alignment. We're allowing it. We're welcoming it into our bodies, into our very cells, every cell of our body, into every cell of the universe, into every cell of every living thing that wants to join and partake in this healing. Whether they be receiving, breathing, also assisting. We welcome it all. Thank you for being here. Thank you for choosing to heal. Thank you for helping us align the chakras. Help bring the chakras into perfect cycle so that we may be willing, without question, to receive. To receive. We're safe. We are protected. We have Merkaba spiritual protection in this healing, and I've called in all kinds of helpers. And my favorite, though, to work with is the forces of light. I'm going to bring this to a closing. I do hope that everybody who's participated enjoyed this. And I hope that the orchestration continues. It's always here, just by waking up in the morning, just by being here. You're part of that orchestration. And we're here just assisting ourselves and assisting each other to assist themselves. I love you all, and I hope to see you guys soon. Bye now.